going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking Kam Chancellor, and I added him to the squad. We spoke about it briefly. I got a lot of positive feedback about him from the video that I made. You guys are like, yo, try him out, see what's good. Obviously, he is 6'3". He's a run support guy. He's pretty much Taylor Mays, but, you know, Kam Chancellor, like Chancellor's on his back. If you look at both the cards, what's going to happen is this. I got to be totally honest. People are going to get raid sold. You guys obviously know that. Like, you know, it comes with the territory. But look, this is what I want you guys to understand. Although people are going to get raid sold, there's certain players that once they get that final card, they're going to be there forever. Now, Taylor Mays, EA Sports is very, very smart. I'm going to show you this guy really, really quickly. Then I'm going to go ahead and break down Kam Chancellor to kind of give you guys insight into why these cards are so good. Remember when this guy dropped, right? He was one of those guys that early on had a 95 speed at the strong safety position. But what EA Sports didn't do, they didn't allow him, based on his attributes, to unlock certain abilities that we wanted. One of them mainly being mid-zone, right? Because at this time, he doesn't have a high enough zone to do it. So for those of us that were just starting to understand the abilities, he wasn't able to do it, but we all knew that eventually he would. But why do we like him in Madden? I always get guys that come over that don't understand that I'm talking about a video game. Yo, he was garbage in real life. Yeah, he was definitely a specimen though. Probably still is. He's a workout warrior. Love the guys like that that's always in the gym. I myself do that as well. But it doesn't translate. Like, just being brolic in football doesn't really translate into being the best. Because like Taylor Mays was sculpted, bro. But he just didn't have what was necessary to be great on the field. He was, you know, he moved around to a lot of different teams. And because of that, he works out for a lot of our teams just based on, bro, just imagine. Remember, look at what I'm showing you with him right now. 6'3", 236. That's a serious, like, bro, like, he's not playing games out there. You know, Sean Taylor was, you know, 6'2", had decent weight as well. But this guy, if he just had the right intangibles, oh my god, you wouldn't want no parts of this guy. So Kam Chancellor right now is a 99. You see this, you see the information, 6'3", 236. Then we jump over to Kam Chancellor right now, currently the gold 99, right? Let's take a look at what's going on with him. We're gonna go ahead and figure out, like, what is really happening. Why am I saying to you guys that this guy's somebody that we can use? 6'3", 225, so he's a little bit lighter, obviously, than Taylor Mays, but you see the boost in the speed. So the 98 and the 99 excel, and then he has 99 zone. And then he also gets mid-zone for 1 because of his archetype. So this is something that's very, very important. The way that I'm going to be telling you guys, you know, how I'm using him right now and why. Some of you guys are giving me feedback like, yo, he's a monster sub linebacker, bro. Like, he goes hard, this and that, you know, in that regard. And I understand that. But I'm telling you this, and you can do whatever you want. But just understand, if you keep him back, he and Derwin James, the bigger strong safeties that we have, if you keep them back, right, as like the deep thirds or the cover 2 safeties, you're not going to get those animations where the ball just drops in and the guy catches it, because they're big enough to jump it. He and both Derwin James, they can do that. Now, the sub linebacker package that you have with nickel, when they're sitting there, I understand, like, shooting the gap and all that stuff, and it's all, you know, it's all hot. Like, it's, you know, it's exciting to do it, and it's like, yo, these guys are big body guys, and they're gonna make plays. But I just want you guys to understand, one of the major things that's plaguing this game is the fact that people get away with just throwing the ball in the air randomly. People get away with it a lot, and what I've noticed, the shorter guys, right? Height doesn't matter on the outside. Like, if you're trying to moss with Harold Carmichael, a 5'9" guy is going to pick you off, right? That's something that's definitely going to happen no matter what. But this is the thing that you guys have to understand. This is a very, very important thing that I want you guys to understand. The sidelines, when the corners are playing those big receivers and the corners are like 5'9", whatever, that's going to be a different animation that happens when they throw a post route in the middle or a straight streak over the top. In the middle of the field, like the seam, it's different. These guys being in the middle, they're not going to get mossed. I'm going to tell you this right now, like Eric Allen, I remember I posted that on Twitter when Eric Allen got mossed, but he a 5'9" guy. He's probably even shorter. I don't know what he's doing. But the bottom line is this. I play these guys as the deep safeties. All right? I'm going to break down the rest of the stuff that's going on, but I just wanted to show you guys, you know, what's going on. These two guys are out there doing that. That's what these guys are doing. So let's go back to Kam and let's take a look further about, you know, his numbers, everything like that. And, you know, further explain what makes him so good, all that good stuff. I've already shown you that he's a 98 speed, 99 excel. Do we love the 99? Yes. He has a 99 hit power. Has he caused a fumble yet? No. Will he? I don't know, but I don't care though. Because what happens is now, even if a guy throws a slant, say it's like 4th down and the guy's going for it, you know, it's Madden 21, everybody does it. When they throw the ball in, right, and say we just like, you know, we hot route him, we put him on like a hook curl or something like that, and they throw that slant, and you lay the wood, his animations are going to probably usually get the ball out. That's one of the things that was going on. They're not going to fumble, but if he hits them when they're about to catch the ball, they'll drop it. That I did notice. All right, so I have to be honest about that. Did he cause a fumble? No, but he was breaking up passes with the hits he was doing. That's what we got to live with. That's what this game is. All the other things that we were doing in 20, not the same game. So you're not going to get a lot of fumbles, but I would take just knocking the ball out because they catch the ball no matter what's happening in this game. It's absolutely ridiculous. So everything else that you got, 99 tackle, play rec. I can't remember. Did anybody break tackles on him? I'm not sure. I know he didn't cause a fumble. Zone is good, his awareness is good. But again, people try to throw the ball over the top. When he jumps up, he's picking it. So that's just what it is. It is what it is. And that's how we're pretty much using him. Now, we did add somebody else to the squad that some of you guys noticed in the earlier stream, right? That gentleman will be Travis Kelce. Okay, Travis Kelce, I don't know. Dude, listen, let me just explain something to you guys really quickly, bro. He's doing what Uncle Vern's doing. He's just not as fast. Now, Uncle Vern cost me a game today because he did that animation where he jumped in the air and the ball's flying around and gravity doesn't correspond to what's going on in Madden and the guy picks me off. But this guy right here animates the same exact way that Uncle Vern does. Now, for those of you guys who are like, yo, bro, you know, Darren Waller. Listen, dude, I'm done with Waller. That guy sucks. Like, you got to understand something, right? There's certain cards in the game that just play differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, Calvin Johnson is different with his new card because he's 6'5" with that type of speed. You know, Lazard, he goes extra high. If you time it right and do the right things, these guys are doing things that other players are not doing. You know, just to be completely honest, they're doing things that other players are not doing with similar abilities. Now, the vertical threats, being able to get both deep in and deep out is a plus. Because now you lead the ball no matter where it is on the field, as long as it's above 20 yards, you're good to go. All right, that's pretty much all. Like, it is what it is. You throw a bullet pass, lot, whatever you're doing, hold the aggressive catch button, good things are going to happen. This guy has absolutely been a beast for me. So I just want to make sure that you know, is pretty much because, you know, some of you guys are like, yo, Gmias, bro, I didn't know you added Kelce. That was my fault. Apologies. Because I did it after my last video and I completely forgot about it. But you guys were able to see him go out there and handle business. So that's pretty much where we are with that. Now, let's go check out, you know, check out the new abilities, the lineups, what we're doing, and the explanation of the current situation about what we have been doing. Now, one of the things about Derrick Henry, I love the whole aspect of the air truck. I just want to let you guys know, I'm not spending 1.08 million on his final card because he's not really worth it. And I don't believe that, you know, he's going to be doing something even more spectacular. I'll just take him for what it's worth right here, the way that he is, and just deal with what happens. Like, I am honestly not going to be in a situation where I'm going to spend 1.08 mil for +1 speed. Also, keep this in mind as well. You do have other running backs that are going to be coming out. I'm pretty sure that somebody's going to make a golden ticket running back. Like, it's just something that's weird that somebody's going to do. Remember, we always get a couple people that don't really understand what's working in Madden, and they pull it, and then they just make a random card, and it just doesn't make any sense. Also, his changing direction is pretty low, so you guys complain about that, but that's not what it's about. It's about the air truck aspect. That's all it's about. But I am not going to spend 1.08 mil on his final card. So for those of you guys that are asking, yo, Gmias, bro, you gonna upgrade him? Nah, not for +1 speed. Bro, golden tickets are right around the corner. You guys better be very, very careful with that spending, bro, because the prices are gonna be like 5 mil. It's gonna be wild. Last year, we were very, very surprised that a lot of the cards were going for what they were going for, but because of the way the game played, certain players just had high value, and then certain players didn't. You know, Kelvin Benjamin came down in price. Like, certain things like that, they started to come down in price, but some of them stayed higher prices. And I'm going to tell you right now, with this whole situation, with the, you know, the ability boxes and having the ability to have the different archetypes in the boxes, golden ticket's going to be very expensive. So I wouldn't go willy-nilly getting Derrick Henry and that dude, you know, bruh, look, his price is going to plummet. If they drop a golden ticket running back, right away, this guy's price is plummeting. So just be very, very careful with that aspect. All right, so on the outsides, we have deep in, deep out on both the receivers. Both these guys are 6'5". Braylon Edwards in the slot, pretty good run blocker. Vernon Davis, deep out, deep in. Travis Kelce, deep out, deep in. Now, defensively, this is where a lot of you guys, you know, yo, Gmi, I'm having a problem stopping the run. You know, what do I need to do with this and that with, you know, as far as how you should play defense? I'm just going to recommend that you always have at least one inside stuff. I don't care who it's on, because we can argue and debate about who does what and whatever, but I played a game without inside stuff. I kind of wish I didn't. And when you take those abilities off, EA always matches you up with a guy that wants to run the ball. When I tell you I could get no stop, and remember, my guys have edge threat and no outsiders, and they're on the outside, they couldn't stop the run, because the inside stuff actually helps to penetrate to help these guys do their thing on the outsides. So I haven't really had problems with the run since putting back inside stuff, but I'm gonna warn you guys, if you choose to not do that, you better be an expert at shooting the gap, whether it's 3-3-5 wide, you know, big nickel, you better be an expert at shooting the gap, and you better get in. Because if you're just playing regular defense, it's not gonna work out for you. It's just not gonna happen. And that's pretty much what it is. So just be very, very careful with that aspect of the game, because it will affect you. You know, when you play somebody that's a runner, running a lot of power O, you know, power O is a very, very difficult run to stop. So having more of these abilities is going to help you in this situation. So Kam Chancellor's been added, mid zone on him. Ed Reed, we gave him zone hawk, you know, because he's going to play in the middle as a sub linebacker. Ronnie Lott, we gave him pick artist because he usually drops picks, and we just, you know, we want to prevent that from happening. Do we use our Ed Reed sometimes? Yeah, but not often. And then obviously on the outsides, we still have the mid zones on the outside, edge threat and no outsiders, edge threat, no outsiders, inside stuff. And then finally with the specialist, we go ahead and we have Derwin James with pick artist as well. Although he plays out, I don't give him mid zone because sometimes I user him. So because I'm usering him, I don't want to ever get into a situation where he's going to drop an interception. So I'm very, very careful with that aspect. And I make sure that, you know, I have players with it. For certain times, you'll play games where you user somebody without an ability, and they'll just randomly drop a pick, and you'll time it perfectly, and they'll just drop it. You don't want to have that in critical games, so that's just a suggestion. If you guys wanted to do that, feel free to do whatever you want, but pick artist definitely goes. We have the Dolphins defense and the alternate West Coast, and that's pretty much all the updates right now. You guys can continue to come in with your questions, comments. Let me know what you guys are doing. Is there anything new that you want to talk about? As far as the heavyweights, I don't really care about it, so I'm not going to acknowledge it. But if you guys are doing something with that, you can let us know about that as well. Other than that, continue to be safe, stay well. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.